avocados, citrus tree, fruit trees, you know, and other agroforestries that they could actually plant alongside their crops, you know, and still be able to have their crops producing better, because many of these agroforestries have a way of, you know, fixing nitrogen, making the soil more fertile, or from the foliage, you know, then it becomes much, you know, the foliage just decays and then adds into the soil nutrients. So we were able to support the farmers with that. So we have, in that component, over 750 farmers, and together we have planted on their farms 120,000.
Wow. Mixture
of fruit trees and other agroforestry trees.
Amazing.
Yes.
Great work.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant work indeed, Redempta. Now, of course, you are a PhD holder. And how exactly has your research played a role in what you're currently doing? You know, you've been researching for years. So how has it come handy now in the work that you're doing currently today?
If I may just go back a little bit.
Yes.
This community engagement and dialogues are part of research.
Yes.
Because you do not want to approach restoration with the mindset that you are the expert. So you go to the community, you have these dialogues with them, they get to surface insights that get you to understand where the problem is, what their needs are, and how best you can go about the restoration and other livelihood projects, you know, in the context of that community. So I found that quite useful, you know, throughout the entire process. Just being able to collect information here, analyze, synthesize it, and then ask, so then, how do we get to use this information? And, you know, while I'm there, the component of in empowering the young pupils and students in schools, it is also a very critical one, because, you know, you realize that we really need, you know, to grow a generation that has a connection with nature.
I was actually going to get to that as my next question, because I'm sure that is a bit of a challenge, because you're trying to get them involved, and you don't just want them to be involved, but you also want them to lead some restoration projects. So how exactly do you convince them to play a part in the great work that you're doing for land restoration?
It's not difficult.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when you look at this, the competency-based, you know, kind of education today, you know, they are very strong on, you know, learners being able to do these things.
Yes.
In some of the schools, there have been existing environmental clubs. In some others, they don't exist at all. So when we go, first of all, is to find a point of entry.
Okay.
If there is an existing club, environmental club, we gain access that way.
Okay.
If not, then together with the teachers, agriculture teachers, science teachers, we put together, you know, an environmental club. And with that now, we are able to plan for meetings to just, first of all, have this, you know, very interesting conversations about trees, about the environment, how they think, you know, the environment affects them, how they can affect the environment through their actions. And we get to points now where we discuss tree growing, yeah?